Hey there, good day. Thanks for stopping by the channel. This is Tracer with tracerize.com, your home health business expert from Open to Growth, bringing you a quick video today about the minimum wage. The federal minimum wage was first enacted in 1938, and at that time it was 25 cents an hour. That was the first time there had ever been a national employee wage ever created through the Fair Labor Standards Act. You may know that as FLSA throughout your career. And this video is really for those people who are just getting started in business or just getting started to open their home health or their home care agency, and they're paying non-exempt employees out there in the field or even in their office for that matter. So I wanted to give some quick information on that. If this video doesn't apply to you, obviously, just make sure that you're staying compliant with your local labor laws. But this all falls under the U.S. Department of Labor's Wage and Hour Division. And what you want to be sure that you're looking at are the fact that you're paying hourly rates that match whichever number is higher, whether that's going to be, as you can see in my virtual background, is that going to be your federal $7.25, or is it going to be something higher? That would be your state, your city, or even down to your county level. So just be sure that wherever you're located, you are either seeking legal counsel or that you have a payroll company that is tracking that information for you. This becomes a little bit more complex with a home care company, just because you might have different wages that you pay employees. You might pay one rate for one client, another rate for another client, and you've got to make sure that you have a payroll system that can keep up with all of that, especially as your employees might hit the overtime mark. Now, some states that might be any 8 hours worked in a day means that anything beyond that one day, so 8 hours plus, would be overtime for that day. Other states may be to where once they hit 40 hours in a given week, then they start accruing overtime. That rate, overtime rate, is usually a time and a half. But that is going to be up to you to determine with your local law. So again, make sure that you're either seeking counsel or that you're already well familiar with, where you have a trusted source that can provide you with information wherever you're located about what the minimum wage requirements and the overtime requirements would be. Beyond that, you can really thank different corporations throughout America for driving up the just general minimum wage. So while it wasn't a requirement for companies to start paying $15 an hour in some states, you can thank them because the Amazons, the Costcos, the Walmarts, the larger brands were able to attract more employees and keep them for longer because they were paying a higher wage. Well, guess what? That has now seeped into the home care industry within the last 5 years or so. And states and cities and counties, even in some areas, have decided to enact wages that are higher than $15 an hour. So that's why you want to check every single year online and make sure that your payroll provider is keeping up with this and you're keeping up with this, because those wages can change from year to year. Most of the state, cities, counties won't be finished graduating up their minimum wage requirements until the year 2025. But you still, after that time, want to be sure that you're checking those wages and you're being sure that you know which ones are higher throughout the country. So wherever you're located, be sure that you're on top of these numbers, because they are in the process of changing right now. Many of them are, but again, a handful of the states are still using the 7.25 an hour. So with that being said, please be aware of all of those items. I'll leave a couple of links below where you'll see the history of the federal minimum wage, and then it'll give you information throughout the different states of what those municipalities are offering. So take a look at those, check in with your counsel, check in with your payroll provider, and make sure that you're capturing all of the rates so that you can pay your employees appropriately for the minimum wage and the overtime. All right, if you need anything else answered, leave it in the comments, or feel free to go to my website, tracerized.com, click on the top left hamburger menu button, drop down for services and appointments, and you can book time with me on my calendar there. Best of luck to you, and I hope you found this helpful. Please subscribe to the channel as well, and I look forward to seeing you in future videos. Take care. Bye-bye.